Yo, what up, guys? It's Deuce here. It's gonna be my kind of a split video. I'm gonna do a quick review of Over the Limit last night. I apologize that I took this long to make the video. I actually didn't end up watching it live last night because I had a couple friends over, so watch a bit of Game of Thrones and shit, and kind of just watched it on Daily Motion later, like late night. I was up pretty late, but that was good shit, like HD quality. So. And I was going to do it this morning, the review, but I was just too tired. So here it is now, and I'm just going to give you some quick thoughts. Not really a review, but just some quick thoughts on Raw tonight, which was actually not bad. So, all right, let's start off with Over the Limit last night from Raleigh, North Carolina. The crowd was pretty good. I got to admit, I was pretty impressed by the crowd. Not expecting it to be that, solid. Pre-show match, I didn't see Kane versus Zack Ryder. Apparently, Kane won with a choke slam. So I can't really rate that. It's pre-show anyway. So then the show goes on the air. A battle royal kicked off the show to determine 15-man battle royal. The winner would face either the Intercontinental Champion or United States Champion later in the night, depending on their brand, I guess. Or I guess they could just choose. Brand shit's kind of done and done with these days, I guess. So yeah, Battle Royal, and this last entrant was Christian, who made his return to the ring last night. It's cool to see, and so the Battle Royal, it came down to the Miz, and came down to the Miz and Christian, and Christian actually basically turned face during this match. He was being ganged up at the end by Miz and someone else. I forget who it was. They cornered Christian, but Christian ended up eliminating Miz to win the Battle Royal. And I'm a big fan of Christian, and I enjoy him face or heel. So it's nice to see him face again. So Christian won, and he walked up to Santino and Cody. Both champs were sitting. Holy shit! OKC is just dropping the hammer on the Lakers. Sorry, Kobe. Time to hit the links. By the way, great fucking win for my green tonight. Big fucking bounce back win. Now we go back to Philly. Finish that shit. Anyways, yeah, Battle Royal. So Christian basically walked over to Santino after the match and motioned that he's going to challenge for the U.S. title, which I was like, all right, cool. I've never really seen Christian U.S. title, and yeah, so that, and then, but later in the night, he decided he was going to choose Cody Rhodes and face him for the Intercontinental title. So, but the Battle Royal was entertaining. Some good guys in there. William Regal is in there. Drew McIntyre. Your usual jobbers. Unfortunately, you shouldn't be calling Drew McIntyre a jobber. But the Battle Royal, I'm gonna give it 2.5 stars. It was okay. It was entertaining. Good little twist to start the show. So 2.5 stars for that. Next was the WWE Tag Team Championship match. Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger challenging Kofi Kingston and R-Truth. Very good match. Very good tag team match. I enjoyed the hell out of this. I just wish the tag team division could be built up because can have matches with great guys like this, like really good workers. I mean, Ziggler is unbelievable. He sells the shit out of everything. He probably sells when he fucking sneezes. Jesus. Great match. Really enjoyed it. The ending, Kofi hit Trouble in Paradise on Ziggler, who again sold the hell out of it. He was going for like a splash in the corner. Kofi hit him with Trouble in Paradise. 1, 2, 3. So Kofi and R-Truth retain the tag team titles. I'm gonna give this. This might be a little bit of a stretch, but I'm giving it 3.5 stars. I really enjoyed this. I don't remember the last time I was that into a WWE tag team match. So 3.5 stars is my rating for that. Very, very enjoyable. I picked Ziggler and Swagger to win just because, I don't know, maybe they'd throw it on titles on them. But, it's kind of in the back of my mind, knew they weren't going to let Kofi and Truth drop the titles that soon. So 3.5 stars. Very, very solid match. Very good match. Kofi and Truth still your champs. Next was Beth Phoenix versus Layla for the Divas Championship. This actually wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't great by any means. Wasn't, a very, very good match, but it wasn't horrible at all. It wasn't your usual, 2-second squash Divas match on Raw or SmackDown. Actually, this 6, 7, 8 minutes tops in this match, and Layla's improved a lot. I mean, I know a lot of people don't give a shit about the Divas division, but neither do I. But I do notice, when Divas have worked really hard and improved their in-ring skills, so kudos to Layla on that. She's still wearing the knee brace. So obviously that knee is probably giving her a little troubles. But at one point there was a nice reversal by Beth. Looked like she was going to hit the glam slam, but Layla rolled her up, got a 2. Then Beth tried to roll her up again, grabbed the tights for a 2, and then Layla hit her layout neck breaker, she calls it, I guess. That's pretty vicious. And we got the 1, 2, 3. So winner and still your Divas champion Layla. I'm gonna give it 2 stars. Solid. It was an enjoyable Divas match. I didn't mind it. Yeah, good. I'd rather have that shit any day than fucking Brodus Clay, which I'll get to in a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, so next after the Divas match was the Fatal 4-Way match for the World Heavyweight Championship. You got Alberto Del Rio, Chris Jericho, and Randy Orton all challenging Sheamus for the gold. I love Fatal 4-Way matches, and this proved why. Very enjoyable match, good pace. The ending pace picked up quite a substantial amount. Very good finish. Guys going all over the place, and ending came when Sheamus hit the bro kick on Orton, and then he covered Jericho. Oh, he hit the bro kick on Orton, I believe, and then he hit Jericho with, I guess they're pushing this as one of his new finishers. He calls it the white noise. It's basically Finley's old Celtic cross, behind the back, and he just drops him like that. So that's cool, I guess. Another move added to his repertoire, but Sheamus got the 3 with that. There's a couple points where I thought Jericho was going to win. He had a couple code breakers. He rolled Sheamus up at the very end for a 2. Man, just good stuff. Yeah, so Sheamus retained, your World Heavyweight Champion still. Good match, very enjoyable. I'm going to give it 3 3/4 stars. Very, very enjoyable Fatal 4-Way match. Each guy in the match, did their part, made the match look good. And, yeah, just very overall enjoyable match. So yeah, 3 3/4 stars. Next, the segment, the Miz came out and basically said, there's a big problem. His name's Brodus Clay, and I can't believe how far the Miz has fallen. Shake my fucking head. Basically, he gets on the mic, says, "I proved that I am the Miz and I am the best dancer in WWE." Really? Like, using the words catchphrase. Really? Really? And then you can even throw some, "Are you serious, bro?" in there. Like, what the fuck? Miz, and then he proceeds, his music plays, and he starts dancing. I actually have to admit it was kind of funny just because it's serious, like, cocky facial expressions and his movements. But, I mean, for God's sakes. And Brodus Clay came out, the Miz versus Brodus Clay. I can't believe it. I gave this match 1 star just because the Miz was in it, and it was just atrocious. I'm so sick of Brodus Clay. I mean, shit's so stupid, and I hate how he has the little kiddies in the ring to dance afterward. Like, come on, this isn't fucking Sesame Street. It's professional wrestling. It's bullshit, man. Fuck that. Take that shit back to the Disney Channel. So 1 star for that. God, Miz has fallen. I mean, this time last summer, sure, he wasn't WWE champion anymore, but he was still, he was in a decent feud with Alex Riley. He was still one of the top stars, and now it's just like, God. So, yeah, after that atrocity, Christian versus Cody Rhodes for the Intercontinental Championship. Very enjoyable match. It wasn't that long, but these two worked really well together. I'm going to give it 3 stars. It may be a bit of a stretch, just like the tag match, but you know what? It's just, how I feel about the match. And it was short, like I said, but they worked really well together. And, man, I'd love to see them have some more matches together. Christian ended up hitting the kill switch for the win. And 1, 2, 3, your new Intercontinental Champion, the now 4-time Intercontinental Champion. And it's cool seeing Christian, as champ with the old school IC belt that Cody brought back. It's cool to see that. So Christian, he's face again. Again, no problem with that. So Christian, your winner and new Intercontinental Champion. 3-star match. Very, very enjoyable. Again, it wasn't, given a lot of time, but I thought they worked well and definitely worthy of 3 stars. It's just my opinion. And apparently I actually just read tonight that Cody's, he tweeted last night that all it said was time off. So it's taking a little, and I just read a little article that apparently he's taking a little time off, done with the Intercontinental title. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if it takes a little time off, come back maybe midsummer, hell, maybe even a few weeks. Right as summer starts getting its prime, like June, July. Maybe get set for a World Heavyweight Championship run, a push, that is, go after Sheamus. I'd love to see Cody get in that title picture. So, yeah, following that, definitely, I mean, by far the match of the night, Daniel Bryan challenging CM Punk for the WWE title. Holy shit, this is the first time I've seen these guys, like, go at it, like, you know, actually wrestle against each other. Oh, holy fuck. I mean, I can't even imagine the matches they put on, you know, over in the indies, you know, back in the day, you know, in the last 10 years, however long they've been wrestling there for. But holy shit, what a match. I mean, wow, just so many great counters, just such good wrestling. The key word, wrestling. Great wrestling, technical wrestling, submission, just, I mean, every fucking thing you could think of. Man, some great counters too. I mean, these guys obviously are so comfortable working together. I mean, they're really good friends outside the ring. I know that. So, I mean, it probably just makes it that much easier. And they're obviously indie experience, ROH, and all that. But I mean, this, holy shit! Wow, what a great match! And the crowd was hot for Daniel Bryan. Yes, yes, yes. I loved his attire. He had yes on his like knee kick pads and his boots or whatever. It's good shit. And his like jacket he wore down to the ring. Very good match. Very, very good match. The ending came. I mean, you actually thought Daniel Bryan could win at a couple points, and I was expecting AJ to interfere because earlier in the night she wished Punk good luck. So, but nothing happened there. But the finish came when Daniel Bryan had Punk in the yes lock, and then Punk kind of rolled him over, turned over, and had Daniel's shoulders down, D-Bry's shoulders down. So he got the 1, 2, 3, and then literally a second or two after the ref called for the bell, Punk tapped out. So Punk did tap, but it was after the bell, ref called for the bell. So your winner and still WWE Champion CM Punk. Tremendous counter to win. Just an awesome match. I enjoyed the hell out of it. If I ever bought this pay-per-view, it would have just been for that match. Wow, fantastic match. I give it 4 3/4 stars. I mean, holy shit. I would have given it a 5-star match. For some reason, I didn't really like the ending that much. I don't know. Maybe I was just expecting a little something, you know, more conclusive. I mean, it was pretty conclusive. Obviously, Daniel Bryan didn't tap out. Daniel Bryan made Punk tap out after the bell rang, but I don't know. I was just kind of expecting. I wasn't expecting the match to end just there, you know, like just yet. I was expecting another 5, 6, 7 minutes, but I mean, I can't really complain other than that. I mean, 4 3/4 stars is my rating for it. Outstanding. One of the best wrestling matches I've ever seen. And certainly one of the best I've seen. One of the 3 best matches I've seen in the last 5 years in WWE, without question. Wow. Awesome match. Great shit. These guys have great chemistry. So, yeah, 4 3/4 stars. Your winner and still WWE Champion CM Punk. And after, you know, Raw tonight, it's obvious they're going to continue their feud. Then, I mean, we had Camacho versus Ryback. I gave it 1 star. I mean, Ryback, yeah, he's got some impressive offense, but I mean, come on. The crowd was chanting Goldberg again, too. So, yeah, Ryback, Camacho, 1 star. Ryback won with his finisher. Fucking suplex buster. I don't know what the hell it was. And then the main event, tell me why Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk for the WWE title couldn't have been the main event. Why? Because John Cena's name wasn't in on the, you know, match listing for it? I mean, what the fuck? Just because he's John Cena, he could be wrestling Barney and he'd still have the main event spot? Like, what the fuck, man? It'd be one thing if Cena was wrestling an actual wrestler, but he wasn't. I mean, Daniel Bryan to CM Punk stole the show. That should have ended the fucking show on a high note. Instead, you have a jobber match, and then so John Cena versus John Laurinaitis. If John Laurinaitis loses, he is fired. No interference from any superstars. This match was just basically Cena toying with Johnny Ace the whole time, poured water on him, smacked the shit out of him, like threw him into the steel steps, was just joking around with him, just some stupid comedy shit. And, you know, you kind of figured, you could kind of figure something would happen after Cena locked in the STF twice and told John Laurinaitis both times, if you can last 10 seconds, I'll let go. Which he did, which I was actually kind of impressed with. And once that happened, you knew he wasn't going to tap. You knew someone was coming to help him out to win the match. And sure enough, towards the end of the match, Laurinaitis got some offense in, actually hit Cena with some steel chair shots, and banged his head off the announcer's table or whatnot. So he ends up, though, trying to escape through the crowd, and Cena's in the ring with the referee saying, what the hell, because there's no disqualification, and there's no count-out, obviously, so John Laurinaitis couldn't have gotten counted out. So he disappears through one of the doors in the back entrances, and then all of a sudden he comes back out with Big Show with his hand around his throat. Big Show, crowd goes nuts. Show's just carrying, basically just shoving Laurinaitis by his hand back into the ring, throws him over the barricade, rolls him back in the ring, and he's got Laurinaitis by his throat, and you can see Johnny saying like, "Oh, please don't," whatever, and then he shoves Laurinaitis, in the choke, shoves him to Cena. Cena's about to hit the FU, and next thing you know, Big Show cocks that big right and just bam, right across the jaw. Cena knocked the fuck out, and John Laurinaitis slowly but surely crawls towards the cover, hooks the outside leg for the 1, 2, 3. That's it. Your winner. Ring the bell. John Laurinaitis, believe it or not. Yes, John Laurinaitis is your winner. Still people power on Raw. And thanks to the Big Show, knocked Cena's lights out. So Big Show turned heel. Obviously great to see that. And, I'd miss that angry giant just knock the shit out of people. This big softy Big Show is kind of wearing old. But, yeah, so John Cena versus John Laurinaitis. I was going to give this a dud just because, it wasn't a wrestling match. There was no wrestling. But just for the fact that Cena got his ass laid the fuck out, knocked the fuck out at the end of the night, which is always a plus for me because usually pay-per-views are his forte where he just fucking, steals all the spotlight, like the spotlight whore he is sometimes. But since he got knocked out, I just gave it 1 star. That's what it is. And all you guys were all serious with your ratings. Like, get angry. Like, how could he give it a star? It was a dud. It didn't deserve that rating. And anytime Cena gets his ass kicked, especially on pay-per-view, win or lose, it's got at least a star for me. So, yeah, 1 star for that shit. And overall, the pay-per-view, I gave it a 7 out of 10, and that's like not a good 7 out of 10. That's like a bad 7 out of 10. Yes, it's a 7 out of 10, but not in a good way. Other than the world title match, the WWE title match, and the tag team match, there really was nothing. The Miz Brodus Clay was garbage. The Ryback match was shit. The Cena match was shit. The Divas match was okay. The Battle Royal was whatever. It was all right, and the Cody Rhodes match was and Christian was solid. But other than that, it was just complete trash. Worthless backstage segments. 7 out of 10 the pay-per-view. And that, again, that's not a good 7 out of 10. But I just figured, the Punk Bryan match just really pushed it to a 7 for me to give it a 7 as a rating. So, yeah. So, that's my review for Over the Limit, and I'm just going to I didn't take any notes for Raw tonight. I'm just going to run down real quick because this video is already dragging on. Cena beat David Otunga. Randy Orton beat Alberto Del Rio via DQ after Jericho viciously attacked Orton, hit him with a code breaker 3 code breakers, and after he repeated, "I'm the best in the world at what I do," like 4 times on the microphone. Guess we're going to get a Cena and Orton Y2J feud, and apparently the rumors of Jericho finishing up with WWE this week are false, so it's good to see that. Hey, maybe Jericho can knock the fucking heel back into Orton, because I really miss that shit. Like, yeah, so I was just happy to see that, man. I love Orton, but he needed to get his ass kicked. This face shit's really starting to lose patience with me. But so it's awesome to see Jericho do that. Daniel Bryan beat Kane via disqualification because Punk hit Kane in the back, or because of a steel chair. I don't know. Basically, what Daniel Bryan did to Punk on Friday, getting Kane to believe that he hit him with a steel chair, Punk did to Daniel Bryan tonight, which led to Kane beating the shit out of D-Bry with the chair and chokeslammed him twice in the ring. And then after Punk got back in the ring, it was down for commentary and made Daniel Bryan tap out to the Anaconda Vice. Punk's funny. He's saying some funny shit too. backstage segment with AJ and Punk. She basically says, I enjoyed seeing you beat up Daniel Bryan last night. Man, she's hot. And Punk, she starts crying as Punk said, you're sadistic or whatever, like, you're losing it. And he's like, bring it in, bring it in. He was hugging her. He's like, it's going to be okay. He's like petting her head and stuff. He's like, it's going to be okay. And then he's like, after, he's like, I kind of dig crazy chicks. And drew a little smile from AJ, and then she started like crying again. I don't know. She's fucking whack, but it doesn't mean I fucking still wouldn't smash. So I'm interested to see where that goes because AJ is going to get incorporated in this D-Bry Punk feud somehow. So we'll see where that goes. Christian beat Jinder Mahal. Beth Phoenix beat Kelly Kelly. And Sheamus, the main event was Sheamus and John Cena versus Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger, and now it's just Tensai, no more Lord Tensai, I guess. WWE changed the name, it's just Tensai. So Sheamus and Cena versus Ziggler, Swags, and Tensai in a 3-on-2 handicap lumberjack match. And all the lumberjacks were heels on the outside. And basically the beginning of the night, long story short with the Big Show shit, Tyler Rex and Kurt Hawkins and Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, the two new young tag teams, came in and started beating the shit out of Cena in the ring, and just absolutely started like beating the shit out of him. Sheamus came out to make the save, and John Laurinaitis said, if anyone from now on touches me, like, you'll be terminated. He came out in a crutch and a fucking one of those old people, like fucking geezer scooters, basically electric scooters, and that said people power on the front. And Johnny Ace was like, I have contusions and strained ACL and all this PCL and whatnot, possible spinal damage, and all that shit. And then Eve came out with him to stand by his side. Damn, she's hot. And basically so Laurinaitis made that match the handicap match, and before all that Cena came out to open the show and basically just said, why? Like, last night, he was basically like, what the hell happened? Like, he was pretty pissed, and he was just like, what the hell happened? So Laurinaitis came out, and then he introduced Big Show, and Show basically said, 18 years, no sympathy from you people. Like, and quite frankly, none of you are entitled to an explanation for me on what for what I did to Cena last night, why I did what I did last night. None of you are entitled to that, and I would love in this Big Show heel Big Show, if you will. And basically said how, John Laurinaitis signed him late Saturday to a lucrative ironclad contract and a bonus. And he basically said, and John Laurinaitis said at No Way Out, it'll be Big Show and Cena. And Show said, Cena at No Way Out, June 17th, I will knock you out. He said, you, my friend, I will knock out. And then he walked out, and then all that, chaos shit with those young guys happened. So pretty cool to see, a heel Big Show again. I mean, not really looking forward to a Cena Big Show match. I can't tell you how many of those I've seen over the years, but hey, it's a heel Big Show. Maybe some shit will happen. He'll beat the shit out of Cena. And then Raw ended tonight with Cena leaving the ring after all the lumberjacks got in the ring, and all the faces came down, and just a massive brawl. Cena was looking for Show backstage. Ryan Landon and Laurinaitis said, I don't know where he is, but remember, if you touch me, you're fired. Cena turns around, gets knocked the fuck out again, second time in 24 hours by Big Show with a right hand, and Show walks away, follows John Laurinaitis, and that's how Raw goes off the air. So, Raw tonight was actually pretty enjoyable. I enjoyed all the stuff that was happening. Some young guys getting some TV time, finally. Rex, Hawkins, Ryder, Young. I enjoyed seeing heel Big Show. It's been a few years. And I enjoyed seeing Beth Phoenix beat the shit out of Kelly Kelly, and I enjoyed the Jericho segment too, beating Orton down. That was great. And yeah, Over the Limit last night, again, I said 7 out of 10, barely. The Punk Bryan match, got to be one of the matches of the year. So comment, subscribe, guys. I apologize this video is so long. Yeah, so you can obviously just fast forward through it and just listen to listen to parts of the review you want or whatever. But comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought of both last night's Over the Limit pay-per-view and tonight's Raw, and what your thoughts on the newly turned heel Big Show is, and give me your thoughts on that feud with Cena. So yeah, guys, have a great rest of the night, and yeah, I'm out. Peace. Go Celts.